Hi friends. So today is Friday, January 10th, and today the moon is in the sign of Cancer. It is in the sign of Cancer for the rest of the day today, and we also have a lunar eclipse occurring today here in sort of North America. It's happening between sort of 9 a.m. and like 2 p.m. So it's in the daytime. We won't actually see it physically, but just to know that this is our first eclipse of 2020, and it is a lunar eclipse in the sign of Cancer. And a lunar eclipse is always an opportunity for internal change, for the internal patterns to begin to transform and begin to shift. So when it's in this sign of Cancer, it's especially potent and powerful for our internal self. Cancer is a water sign, so this is a water moon, and it's the water moons, especially in Cancer, are very aligned and connected with our self-care, with our self-compassion, with how we nurture and mother ourselves. Cancer is also very connected to the home, to family, to nourishing and feeding and caring for ourselves and others. And so this lunar eclipse in Cancer is very much inviting us to set into motion some perhaps new patterns, new intentions, new goals or vows or promises to care even more sweetly and deeply and well for ourselves and for our families and for our home. An eclipse phase, an eclipse pattern will have its strongest impact slowly over about 6 months. So between now and middle of this year is an opportunity to really work with this nurturing, caring, kind Cancer energy. When we have a full moon, which it is, and an eclipse, the sun is in opposition. And so the sun is currently in the sign of Capricorn. And so when we have this Capricorn Cancer opposition, it can bring up some challenges or some insights or some work around that balancing, that harmonizing and balancing between home and self and nurturing and caring for the internal and the home space, and Capricorn, which is much more about our external world, about caring for our work, caring for others, caring for our career, our place in the world, how we show up, our ambitions, our drive, and what we're here to do in an external way in the world. So this day today, and this eclipse season, and this weekend, there's beautiful opportunities here to sit with, to contemplate upon, to actively look in your life at where you are working to find greater harmony and balance between home and work, and where you are committed to growing and to moving into a bit of a stretch around bringing a greater sense of well-being in both of those areas. Now, we are really packed with Capricorn energy right now. There are many planets currently in Capricorn, and on Sunday we have a powerful conjunction of Saturn and Pluto in the sign of Capricorn. Jupiter's in there, Mercury's in there, the Sun is in there, so it's a lot that's happening. We also today have another significant moment in that the planet Uranus, which is in the sign of Taurus, has been retrograde since August of 2019. It's kind of been in a retrograde pattern, and today it begins to go direct. So this is another sort of change that's occurring in the stars, which may be reflected in our lives, especially around sort of our finances, our business, where our resources are, what we value. So these are powerful and big transformative times in our lives and in the world. And so I think with this Cancer eclipse and full moon, we're just really being asked to remember what is really true for us internally, to really remember to take good care of ourselves, to really direct a lot of loving kindness and compassion toward ourselves and toward those who are very close to us, recognizing that there is some fear and turmoil in the world. And so how can we create a life and a world around us that feels safe and nurtured and held and loved and cared for? So that is the Mooncast for today. I am still in the redwoods of California, Santa Cruz area, and I'm at a retreat for teachers of mindful self-compassion. So it's a beautiful opportunity for myself to be surrounded by amazing, loving, kind people who are dedicated to teaching self-compassion, to helping others to find those compassionate places within themselves. And I'm really looking forward to 2020 and the opportunity to not only bring more self-compassion into my life and into the world, but also to be able to share more of that with others. So I hope you will look for those offerings to come this year, and be able to join me in practicing and training and learning more about how to foster and cultivate self-compassion and loving kindness in our lives. So that is my speaking for today. Many blessings, and I'll speak to you again soon.